Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Trinity Saray and I'm back with another video. Not just any video, I'm back with another tutorial. Haven't done a tutorial for you guys in so long, but I'm doing another quick weave tutorial. This is going to be a middle part quick weave. We're going to get right into it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. But the first step we are doing here is I'm sectioning off my leave out. This is where my middle part is going to be, of course. So I really just braid it down all the way just so it's not in the way at all. And the next step for me to do is also get the rest of my leave out. I do a little bit of hair on the side out just so it's covering all tracks all around where my hair is going to be left out. If I want to clip my hair back, I don't want to be able to see a track. So I really leave a minimal amount of hair out for this section, but I do it on both sides. I just clip it up. Instead of braiding it, I really just twist it up so it's not in the way. It's not getting no glue on it, no protecting on it. It's just not in my way at all. So I do start braiding my hair down. For this part, the braids don't have to be neat at all. Some people like to slick their hair down or just put it in a bun really quickly, but I like a more flat surface, so I try to braid my hair to the best I can. Like I said, it doesn't have to be neat at all, but what I do like to do is feed in my braids. So as you guys see here, I'm grabbing the first braid that I did and adding it to my second braid. I just feel like this gives it a less bulky look. So try this if you can. If you can't do this, I suggest just doing smaller braids. My braids are pretty big. I do 6 braids total for the most part. Here I'm going to do basically the same thing I did the first time, which is grabbing that last braid that I just finished into my third braid. So this gives it, like I said, the less bulky look because I'm only going to have 2 braids at the end hanging instead of 6 braids total hanging. So for this step, I am just going to be pinning up my braids with bobby pins. Some people do sew it up. Some people literally just put the wig cap right on. But I like it to be like, secure. So I really use about 4 bobby pins for both sides and just pin my braids up so it can be as flat as it can. And then I go in with my oil. Of course, y'all need to drench y'all hair with oil when you do quick weave so your scalp is not being touched for however long you keep it on. But I suggest that you keep it oiled enough because you're not going to have any access to under that cap, so you need to keep it as moisturized as you can. So you see me putting a generous amount on there. Next is the wig cap. This time I did use 2 wig caps. I put that first one on. I have to move some clips around because the wig cap will not go on. I keep my wig cap on basically the whole time I'm doing my hair, so no product is getting onto my leave out, which I really like this method better. Right here, I'm just showing you guys where my leave out is, which is the middle of my head and the sides. I do sculpt that out so I know where I'm putting my protective at. I have already done that prior to this clip. I'm not sure where that clip is at, honestly, but you guys will see it. I'm putting my second cap on because I want an extra protective. I should have used my papers, like the stocking paper. I'm not sure what it's called, but you guys know the wrapping paper. That's what it's called. I should have used that because that really helps with not getting glue on your hair. So if you guys have that, you guys can try that. And also using a wig cap, so you'll put this wrapping paper on first and then the wig cap. That really protects your hair really well. Right now I'm lining my leave out so I don't get any glue or any protective on that area. So I'm just checking to make sure I have it in the right spot from the cap previously, because when you have 2 caps on, it's hard to see. That section I was talking about where you guys can see my leave out. This is the first product I'm using, the brush for my protective shield. Honestly, the brush does work, but for some reason I love using the bottle. So for the protective shield portion, you really just want to make sure the protective shield is everywhere where you're going to put glue at. The whole point of it is for it to protect your hair from the glue, because sometimes you do miss areas when you're using the protective shield, especially doing it yourself. You do miss areas where glue could potentially get on. So you just want to make sure you're putting on a good amount. I use basically this whole small bottle. There'll probably be like a quarter of it left at the end, but for the most part, I'm using the whole entire bottle. I'm getting everywhere. I have to use a mirror for the back of my head because clearly I cannot see back there, and I'm trying to make sure that everything is covered because I hate getting glue on my hair. It happens. Conditioner gets it out really easy, but it's just a process. So after I do make sure that everything is protected, I go in with my Got To Be spray. This is like an extra hold. Yes, I pretty much do everything to make sure the glue does not touch my hair. But yeah, this is like an extra hold where I'm going to blow dry it and then it's going to just mold very hard. So it's harder for the glue to seep in through the wig cap. The next thing that I do is go around my perimeter with my glue. I only put glue where my protective shield is at. I don't put it anywhere that my protective shield is not at. This is to hold the cap on your head. I know a lot of people are confused on how wig caps stay on your head when you do quick weaves, but this is like the final step. This is to secure the wig cap on your head. So even if someone does try to tug, it won't really come off because the glue really stays in contact with your hair. Also, don't mind my voice, y'all. I know you guys can tell I'm sick, but I had to get this video done. As you guys see here, like I said, I'm going all around. I'm not missing any spots, so it'll be a whole 360. So finally, I pulled out my blow dryer. It's time to blow dry for a good like 5-10 minutes. You want to make sure everything is just molded. It's hard. As the process goes on, things are starting to dry, so you really don't have to use the blow dryer for as long. These are my bundles that I'm using, 27 and 2. I really wanted like a pop of color, so that's why I chose 27, and I've done it before in a quick weave, so I wanted to do it again. The next process is going to be very repetitive. We're going to be measuring the track on my head, cutting it, gluing the track, putting the track onto my head, blow drying it. That's going to be the process until you have no more wig cap showing. So I suggest that you start off with the first like row or two as straight line, and then you start to curve. It kind of works out a little better. Here I did start curving first, which I don't know why I did that. So after you glue a track or two, you want to blow dry each track so it stays dry and it gets dry quicker. You don't want to accidentally tug on a track and it falls off. So I'm blow drying every 2 tracks, every 3 tracks, but you want to make sure you're blow drying the previous track that you just glued on, just so everything stays intact. I added my pop of color very randomly. I do not have an exact method for this part, but I did lay about 2 tracks of the same color at a time, just so it's not hidden as much, because I really wanted the color to show, because that was the whole point of the style I wanted. So I put 2 tracks next to each other for the colored parts. Right here, as I'm laying the track down, because I don't have a mirror set up behind me, I'm just feeling around, making sure I'm not laying the track right on top of the previous one, just so it's more seamless, it's less bumpy, and it looks better, of course. Stuff like this does happen when you're laying the track down and then, oops, it falls down. All you have to do is move slower. move slower. I don't know why I'm trying to rush, but I need to move slower, make sure I'm feeling every track, pushing every track down, and going in with that blow dryer. So as you get to the top, the color that you use at the top is whatever your hair matches, so it blends in better. So of course my hair is closer to the track 2. So that's the color that I'm going to put in closer to my leave out, just so it blends. It just makes sense. So we're getting to the fun part. I'm clipping my hair back so I can start taking this wig cap off and blending my hair in. I'm using scissors to cut the wig off for now. It is easier to use some sort of eyebrow razor, the small little razors. Very careful when it comes to cutting your wig cap. You want to make sure you are not cutting your leave out. Make sure you're very focused. As you guys can see in my face, I'm super focused. Just double check what you're cutting. If you do see hair and it is your bundles, that's okay. Just make sure it's not your real hair. When it gets to like the very tedious spots, that's when I pull out my razor. Even though I think you should use this for the whole cutting section, I started using it when I got to the tedious parts, where it gets to like really getting close to that leave out. Oof, the hard part is done. Now it's time to get into that leave out. We're gonna start flat ironing our leave out. You want to use very small sections when you're flat ironing. It just starts to blend easier. You're not burning your hair off continuously. Smaller sections just work better. One thing for me is I definitely didn't blow dry my hair to the fullest. I feel like if I would have did that step first and then straighten my hair, my blend out would have been way better. But I mean, it is what it is. Also, I feel like my leave out is very oily. Try to use minimal oils in your hair previously. So as you guys see here, I'm all done with the flat ironing process for the most part. I'm going to go in and flat iron a little more. But like I was saying earlier, my hair did pretty much blend pretty good. I love the color. I really love highlights, and I feel like it was just given like fall, like that brown color that, you know, it was just, that's what I was looking for, and I really feel like I loved it. But at the top, as you guys can see, my hair, it looks wavy. that's where the oil is at for sure, and I'm really mad about that. But overall, I think it came out really cute. I'm gonna fix up my hair. You guys will see it in just a second. So we back with getting the hair together. Do y'all see this hot mess on my head? I don't know how, but it literally just poofed up with the humidity or whatever the weather is. We're using this stick this is like a slicking stick to just get my hair together. I'm showing you guys all the products, the comb, the brush, the flat iron. I'm getting my hair together by just going over again and straightening it. And then I'm going to go in with the products to really tame it down, because the weather outside is like this back and forth hot, cold, and it's really not doing good with my hair. Be careful with that straightener, because when you have leave out, I don't know why you just put the straightener to your hair even more and more just so it can match the hair. Here I'm just sectioning off a little section to cover that back track and all the tracks around. So that's why I'm going in with my comb, really trying to get it really slick. I'm going out this night, so that's why I decided to do my hair this night. You see my makeup done. I'm putting the wig stick on my hand and rubbing it in my hair, but as I've had this Quickweave, I'm editing it days later, but as I've had this Quickweave, I've noticed that it's easier to put the wig stick on the brush, the hard bristle brush, and then just brush it through your hair. It really does last longer. See, now I'm using my hard brush to just brush everything in, so it's that seamless look. And here I go with the flat iron again. This is not a good idea. I feel like I'm gonna have heat damage after watching this video, but I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Just pay attention, y'all. As you guys can see, that slicking stick is working for sure. I just decided to put the slicking stick on my hair and brush it through like that, but it's really getting my leave out to match the hair, blending in very well. On my edges, y'all gonna see half of them gone in just a second because I hated them, but now I'm going in with that fly iron again just to get it, you know, completed. Adding my bow because it went with my outfit, but y'all see it came out pretty cute all around. I loved it. Had to tell y'all in 1 second because this is the final touch. We gonna spray so everything can hold. I spray from a very far because this stuff tends to sometimes turn white, which I hate. The video is coming to an end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys loved it. Stay tuned for more tutorials. Make sure you guys are like, comment, and subscribing. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.